Well, hey, good evening. Happy Friday. I don't know why I'm wearing my headphones. Hey everyone, thanks for coming on in. Welcome. It's been a while since I've done a live, and it feels good to be back. So hey, Woody and Buzz, they're both here. Silver Moon's here. FPC Pizzeria. All right. Hey, I love FPC Pizzeria. I don't remember seeing you here before. So thanks for coming in. If this is your first, or if you got somebody like Stubbs who's been here every time, I'm just happy to see you. Blockbuster guys here. Commander 7070. Awesome. And Gears of War. Everybody's here. Thank you so much, everybody, for a dynamic photo. Retro Storm. Did you shave? I did. I don't do it very often, but it was so I got married 2 weeks ago, and my Harleen loves the mustache, which is great, but every once in a while I like to shave it off, so I waited till after the wedding, and it'll come back. But I'm doing great. Thank you so much, Woody, for asking. And to be completely honest with you guys, I don't have a huge, massive agenda of things that I want to do and stuff during the live. I'm really just kind of planning to hopefully just kind of start some discussions based on anything you guys bring up to me. Questions. I am going to do a giveaway as always, but yeah, surf photos. Hey, hi to you back. Cool picture with those weathered troopers. That's pretty cool. So yeah, action photo shot. Don't you worry. Well, first of all, I'm flattered that the mustache, that people even care or recognize that I have a excuse for a mustache. So it's, don't worry. I've been playing Starfield a lot too, which I'm really enjoying, and I made sure to put the mustache on the character that I made. Oh no! All right. Hopefully this isn't a problem for the rest of this with my camera being. Oh, come on. I'm assuming you guys can probably still hear me. Yeah, the stream. Yeah, the stream. There's nothing wrong with the connection. It's my webcam. That's. Sorry. Yeah, I'm sure you can probably still hear me great. It's just my webcam is screwed up. Something's good, and I thought it was gonna be just fine today, but I guess not. And for some reason, turning it off and then turning it back on is not working like it usually does, and that stinks. I wonder if that will help. I'm still trying to go. Hey, Johnny. Hey, you can hear me fine, right? Internet's fine. But that does happen sometimes. Like, why is the internet not working? Oh, did the bill get paid? Sorry, guys. Hang on. Let me see if I can... my usual remedies right now are not working. So... And... Maybe... Sorry. Here we go. Wow, that's huge pain. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. So, hi, Mom. Thanks for watching. All right. So, I saw a bunch of great questions come on in, and so I would love to get to those. But first, I want to do a giveaway. And I've still got plenty of these really great enamel pins left. I sold a bunch of them, and most of them are gone, which is really amazing. So if you're interested, I do have these on Sirdork.com, but right now I'm going to give one away if you'd like a pin. They're real nice enamel pins. So all you got to do, just type in, you know what to do. Just type in the word pin, and there we go. You're entered. That's all you got to do. Stubbs says the pins are great. He knows because he's got one. He won it. Wasn't? Yeah, it was the last time. Oh, FPC Pizzeria says, "Hey Jared, will you ever get a Godzilla figure again? I recommend the Haya Toys, but SH Monster Arts is still good." FPC, you know what happened in the last video that I posted on YouTube? I bought a Godzilla figure in the video, so check it out. I haven't actually opened it yet. It's the Monster one, so I'm quite excited for that one. Quite excited. All right, 13 people. All right. Hey, if you're not interested in pin, then I don't blame you, because getting into the pin world, excuse me, is Ashton, make sure you try it again. Pawn is not right. There you go. Good job. Pins have become like a huge collectible thing. You can get all kinds of, it's like the biggest pin like collectible thing nowadays. And that's a deep dark hole too. And I'm assuming everyone here has collector tendencies, because that's kind of what we do with toys. We collect them. So yeah, just be careful with the whole pin thing. You can get down the dark hole of pins. All right, I'm gonna give another 40 seconds until it gets to 8 minutes. And yes. So cool. Action PH shot, go for it. Yeah, they're addicted. Hey, Sir Photo says, "Hi, Sirdork." I think it's always crazy when anyone calls me Sirdork like it's my name. I mean, I don't mind it. I like it a lot. But you can always call me Jared, too. Because that is what my name is. But hi, Sirdork. I am Mexican, and I don't know much of the language. Sorry. Hey, Sir Photos, you're speaking much better English than I could ever speak Spanish. So thank you so much. Muchas gracias, amigo. Glad you're here. Okay, here we go. We're doing it. Let's see who wins the pin. The pin winner. The pinner is... Oh, what? Dynamic photo shots. What do you know? Look at that great photo of that movie realization, Mando. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Hey, dynamic photo shots. You know what to do. Send me an Instagram DM or whatever. And we'll get your address and I'll send it out over to you. One of these. And a nice little packaging. And I'll probably throw in some other little things in there too. So yeah. Yeah. Cool. All right. So far, the camera's going pretty well. Nothing has cut off yet. I've been really meaning to get a kind of like the system where I can hook up a DSLR for this camera thing. So anyway, I don't know. I'm just kind of talking. All right. Anybody, if anyone's interested in anything, yes, dynamic photo shots. Sounds good. Any questions or I don't know, topics? I'd love to just talk and go. That's my cool. Oh, Oilers Workshop. Hey, obviously, big fan of your work, my friend. Congrats on the I saw the Gargoyles Tower that was in a toy fair in New York, right? That's awesome. Right? Was that part of the NECA? I don't remember what it was, but I did see that. So congrats. My favorite color, I guess, is blue. And I don't have a reason. I just think it's the coolest color. You know? I just think blue is cool. So, yeah. There we go. Thanks. Retro Storm says, how did you make the zombie trooper? So, I actually posted a photo today of a new toy photo. What do you know? The new photo I took is a new toy photo. And it has a zombie stormtrooper in it. I'm just going to pull it up just so there's a little bit of context for what I'm talking about. Oh, that's not right. So, I actually didn't make the trooper. A long time ago, I was at my first convention that I ever had a table at Rhode Island Comic-Con, and somebody was selling these really cool zombified amiibos. They were so cool, and I bought a little Pikachu amiibo zombie. Like, they were gruesome and amazing. I don't remember the guy's name, and I asked him, "Hey, could I ask you to make me like a stormtrooper version with a Black Series figure?" And he was like, "Yeah." And so I bought the figure, I sent it to him, and he charged me an incredibly low price. And I don't have his information anymore because that was on my old Instagram account. I don't remember what his name was. But if anyone knows of a Amiibo Zombify custom maker in the Rhode Island area, let me know, because that was him. And yeah, this is it. So actually, I made a couple of customizations to it myself later on. I put on this little skeleton hand. It's just a piece of a skeleton little Halloween decoration, and I glued it on his arm, added some blood, and then I added a hand on the end too, because he just had the normal like gun holding hand. So then I added like an extra hand and added a little bit more scruff on there. And so I made some very slight changes. The rest is all him, you know. So yeah, thank you so much, Oilers Workshop. Really appreciate that. But yeah, that's how I made the that's how the Trooper came to be, and it's a freaking cool thing, isn't it? Like, it's such a cool figure. It's amazing. All right. I'm really sorry if I miss any questions, but I'm gonna try my best to get to as many as I can. And also, like, I don't want to just go quick and give you a half-assed answer. I just want to talk give you the best answer I can. Woody and Buzz, love your work, dude. Do you have a favorite fig? My favorite figure is my SH Figuarts Mando figure, which is still in my car right now because I used it in a shoot recently that will be posted on YouTube this weekend. Love that figure. And I think it's going to change soon because I have the new Mando Figuarts on pre-order. I can't wait for that. Definitely going to do a video for that. But yeah, that's my favorite fig. I love Mando. Love Mando. And him and Grogu just work so well in so many situations for toy photos that I want to do. So that's why I shoot him so often. Ooh, this is Litter a Heart. It says, any tips or ideas for trying some toy photography at the beach? I don't know. I guess bring figures that work well in like a sandy area. I would say bring a towel or like one of those air dust cleaners, because sand kind of gets everywhere. It's coarse, and so it really does help getting sand off of stuff. And I don't know. I guess bring a light reflector because you're gonna be using lots of natural sunlight. Light reflector. Actually, if you go, I have a video called Desert Toy Photography, and that's basically shooting in the sand at a beach. And I talk about all the things that I can think of with that. So yeah, I would say watch that video for sure. Yeah. Oilers, you're throwing out so much good stuff. If you could learn how to build any type of diorama for your photography, what would you want to learn to do? To be honest, I would love to have any type of skill. And to be honest, just experimenting and trying things, I do find myself getting better. And so anyone who's ever like intimidated by trying to paint or anything, just try it. You'll get better as time goes on. But I would love to build pieces that I can just kind of stick anywhere I want and never have it be one specific type of diorama, because whenever I have a full diorama, I don't use it too often because I feel like it's just like one specific type of environment, and then like I don't always want that one environment, so I don't want to have tons of dioramas. So maybe just like a bunch of pieces that I can just keep throwing together and stuff like that. So I don't know, like little cool things like that can be universal. That's my vote for that kind of thing. So yeah. Christopher Sandoval, having a ring light and mini tube lights is enough lighting equipment. Oh, sorry, I thought you put, but I mean a ring light and 2 mini tube lights is a lot. I don't know if you're specifically talking about Lume Cube specifically, because all three of those, or both of those things, are both incredible lights that are more than enough that you would need for sure. Action PH Shot. What got you into toy photography, and what to this day is your favorite photo you have shot? I don't know why I'm clicking that pen. Uh, the same. I got into toy photography the same way you did, same way everybody else did. I was on Instagram one day back in the 2014-ish time, because that's my first shot. Yeah, and I just noticed, I found toy photography on Instagram, and it was like, whoa, like this is awesome. I want to try this. And then I just kind of was mega inspired and gave it a shot. And I was super inspired by people who were really going crazy at that time period, like Sergeant Bananas. I mean, if you look at his stuff back then, I mean, his stuff always is amazing, but his stuff back then was a lot of explosions, Star Wars hard war scenes, and that was instantly inspiring for me. And then I just went from there. And my favorite photo I've ever done is the first photo I really ever did with my main little trooper guy. You know, this guy, actually, this guy, and then this photo right here is my favorite photo. This one. I just took that photo. I thought it was so cool. It was the first time I was ever like, wow, this is an awesome photo. And then ever since then, I fell in love with that photo so much. I was so proud of myself that I kind of turned that guy into like my mascot or something. And it's really, he's just such a cool design. But yeah, that's my favorite photo. And I think, and I hope everyone has that type of first moment where you take a photo and you look at it and you're like, okay, I'm doing pretty good. Like, this is a good photo. Like, I hope everyone has that moment, and I think everyone does, and it should, as long as you keep going. That was kind of my my moment. This fig is not, it's just packaging. It's just the normal Black Series. I tried to make it look legit, but I wasn't happy with it, and I never shared it, really. Tell the truth. Aliens came down and injected you with toy photography expert gone. Now you... I don't know. I mean, I'm very fortunate, just like everybody else, that there's just tons of great resources online and Instagram and other great toy photographers that are willing to help. And I definitely had some of that back then. One of the big helpers and inspirations for me during that time was a guy who doesn't really shoot anymore. His name is Everything Kylo. Man, he was great. So great. All right, I'm gonna try and make sure I get everybody here. Rick Boone, what are the best ways to build a following? Really great question. Before I'm gonna obviously talk about some things. I have great ideas, but I do have a whole video I made about all my best tips to grow a following online and stuff. But honestly, if you're on Instagram, for instance, one of the best ways, and you're not going to like this answer, is you got to make Instagram Reels. You got to make them, and make a few of them, and try to make them quick and engaging right from the first second it starts. It's got to be engaging for people, because, you know, people are just scrolling, and they're, you know, doom scrolling, and their brains are dead. Like, well, mine does the same thing when I'm scrolling. And if they're not interested that first second that they're scrolling, they're going to keep on scrolling. So you got to make it a hook. It doesn't have to be this mega hook. It's just something that's cool enough right from the beginning. Like, oh. And then it keeps interesting until the end. So you got to keep doing stuff like that. But obviously, just that's a very important thing. But number one is always just make your photos and your work you're putting out the best it could possibly be. Just keep on working on your art. Make it so good. And then once you feel good, you're making good work, present it in the best possible way. What I like to do is I like to look at my Instagram page and look at it and say, if I stumbled across this randomly and I looked at this page, the way it looks right now, would I click follow? If I saw this, would I click follow? So always like try to make your Instagram look followable. You know, like sometimes you like if you're posting just a couple fun random things or messages and like your feed at first glance doesn't look as polished as usual. You know, you never know. The way your Instagram looks is always going to be somebody's first time seeing it. So always try to make it look followable. You know, try to make it always look really good. And there's so many other things. There's just a couple random things. But yeah, Reels, Silver Moon. I know you don't like it, but reels are the way to go. And then once you make that reel, put it on TikTok, put it on YouTube Shorts. Yep. Hey, that's the way. That's if you wanna grow the following, you gotta grow with the way the world is growing, and that's the way the world's growing. Unfortunately. Yes. Thank you, Silvermoon. Wouldn't it be great if you could just freeze figures in place for photos? Yeah, definitely. Not only just glue them in place, but glue them to the ground. That's usually what I would want, or glue them to whatever base they're on. Yeah. Any ideas, Ashton? Hey, Ashton. Any ideas for at-home photos in the fall? I mean, I feel like the fall, you could kind of treat it just like every other time of the year. I mean, it'll feel a little colder, but hey, you could still do a beautiful sunny day fall. But honestly, like in October, just think of spooky stuff is always great. I love to incorporate, pumpkins and stuff like that. And other people are into that right now too, so it's kind of just like you're part of the party. But at home, you mean like indoor? Well, I mean, I guess outdoor because it is fall related. I don't take advantage of the beautiful colors of the yellows and reds outside and try to take some photos like that. Take some crunchy leaf, crunch it up, and then sprinkle it over, and it looks like leaves are falling. That could be cool. And also, when the leaves have fallen and there's not a lot of leaves on the trees, sunlight travels through so much more. There's not a lot of sunlight blockage, so you get lots of hard sunlight. So it's a great time to do. Spring is also great for that too, before everything has grown back, because you get lots of hard sunlight, for sure. Controversial toys. I like that name. That's cool. Hey, good sir. How are all the things? All the things are going pretty good. Thank you for asking. I hope the same with you, dude. I'm glad you think so. I'm really glad you think so. Thank you, sir. And I mean, follow what he's doing too. His YouTube has grown a lot in the past few years, so it's like I love seeing what he does. And speaking of that, like if you're trying to grow, go on YouTube also. Put some stuff on YouTube. Put your stuff all over the place. But at the same time, remember, if you don't want to do any of those things, you don't have to do any of those things. If you're just happy taking pics, putting them on Instagram, and then that's all, then you don't have to do anything more than that. Don't ever think that you have to do anything with toy photography. You don't have to do any of it. You can take a picture of whatever figure you want. If everyone's shooting this great, cool, Marvel Legends, and that's what everybody's doing, don't feel like you have to. If you want to, go for it. But like, if you're cool with shooting figures that you bought years ago that from McDonald's, shoot those. And that's cool. Just do whatever you want. FPC Pizzeria, you're making me hungry. Any figure reviews coming soon? Yeah. Yes. I've been doing more figure review type of stuff, but it's been more like figure review / toy photography stuff, because it's hard to do figure reviews if you're trying to be on YouTube, because everybody's making figure reviews, great figure reviews, lots of, so I try to add other things in there besides just reviewing a figure and making it fun. So, but I have a video coming out this weekend, and then next weekend I have a figure review coming out, and it is Superman related. So there you go. Action. What are your thoughts on the Holy 100 ISO? I don't know what you're talking about, but does that mean like what do I think about staying at a 100 ISO on my camera? I think if you're able to do that, then great. The lower the better, honestly. The lower, bringing it up a little bit's okay. I usually keep mine at 400. It's good. I don't usually get much grain or distortion or anything at that level, and it's still up a little bit. And I usually keep that, and if I ever need to get things darker or lighter, I'll just adjust camera settings in other places to get that darker light. So, yeah. Sir Photos. Okay, I'm your fan, and I have Star Wars figures, only Stormtroopers, and I was inspired by you. take over their forums and greetings from Baja, California. Well, Sir Photos, that's amazing. Thank you so much, and have fun with your stormtroopers. I mean, the photo you have right there is awesome. So have fun with them. I mean, I love troopers, so that's mostly what I've got also. So keep going. Keep going. Oh, Anel, hey man, says, what's your favorite NECA figure? Interesting. Haven't been a huge NECA collector, to be honest. I have been more lately. For the longest time, for years, I was buying a lot of the Pacific Rim NECA figures from a long time ago, and I had all of them, and I actually sold just about all of them because I had to get rid of stuff, too much stuff. Still got a few left, but I have been recently buying more like super recognizable horror characters because I do just enjoy the idea of shooting them in like comical situations, because then just the irony of something funny gets even funnier because typically a horror character is very serious, so it's just like whatever. I just enjoy that. So I've been buying more NECA stuff like Jason and Michael Myers and the Scream guy, the Ghostface. So, okay, so I'm not answering your question. Sorry. I do really like the most recent Scream figure that I bought, and I did a I Scream for ice cream photo. If anybody remembers that, I think it's the ultimate. I think it's the. Oops. This one. Yeah, this is the ultimate one. Yeah, I really like this figure. It's really, really great. I'm definitely, NECA does great work. So yeah, loving me some NECA. Thank you, ET idiot. Appreciate that. Oh, Mom, what are you doing? It says, are you doing anything with Warner Brothers right now? Well, my mom gets the inside scoop of everything because she's my mom. But I have been doing, if you notice on my Instagram, there's been a bunch of like splurts of like, here's a ton of Flash stuff. Here's a ton of Blue Beetle stuff. Here's a ton of Batman stuff, which is really cool. I've been getting some really cool toy photography jobs with Warner Brothers, and it's a really great partnership that has been amazing. I'm very grateful for. So I do have one coming up, and I'll tell you about it later, Mom. It's nothing huge. Everybody, if I'm not trying to be coy or something, but it's really nothing that huge. You'll see it in December. So yeah, it's Aquaman. There you go. If you saw the McFarlane Aquaman stuff, be some of that. And honestly, I don't know any more than that. So there you go. Do you like that the figures have soft goods on them, like Mezco does? Yeah, definitely. I think in not always. With some situations, definitely. Like if I want to have a cape, yeah, I want a soft goods wired cape. I don't want a crappy rubber or plastic cape. But like if I'm like Superman, for instance, if I want to have a Superman figure, I'm not totally into having a soft goods Superman costume. Not really into that, because when there's a full costume, like it's hard to explain, I guess, because if I think about how thick fabric would be on a 1/12 scale sized human, it would be incredibly thin. But in real life, they're only going to be able to make it so thin, so it feels big, in my opinion, on top of a figure. So sometimes in that instance, I'm not really into having soft goods. But like for Superman, I would much rather just be plastic painted on there. You know what I mean? But sometimes definitely. Toy Stories, Carlos, thanks so much for the super chat, man. Says, hey, what's up, Jared? I changed my name recently. I'm trying to learn graphic design along with somehow incorporating that into my toy shots. Whoa. And dude, I know it's you. I recognize that picture for sure. Honestly, learning graphic design and just like honing your skills in digital production is only going to make your toy photography world even bigger. You know, the more you are with that stuff, like I don't know exactly. So you know Zay, Black Series, Bulkers. He's amazing. I don't know exactly what he does, but he does something with like digital environments and like computer generated things, images. I don't know, and he incorporates that into his toy photos sometimes, and it's ridiculous. I'm just like, what? So yeah, like, dude, keep going. That's amazing. Congrats. That's so cool. And thank you again. You're the man. ET idiot. Have you ever considered doing more videos on modding your figures? Yeah, definitely. I definitely do. I try to, like, sometimes I'll add it into a video, even though it's not like labeled as custom modifying your figure. Sometimes I'll add it into a figure review, just to try to spice it up a little bit. So make sure you watch all those videos, because there could be modifications. I'm not really super great at doing customs or modifying stuff. I do like to do it, and I think it's really fun. Definitely not an expert on it, but every time I do it, I get better. So, yeah, for sure. I really wanted to do a video actually on, excuse me, making some of the like night troopers from Ahsoka. The cool stormtroopers from there, but I just had too many other videos that I was already kind of obligated to create. The timing would have been good to do it now or before last week, but if I do it like a month from now, it's not. I gotta be careful when I take the time and effort to create a video, and it's got to be relevant, because if it's not, and it's got to be, it's all a process. So the timing is gone, unfortunately. The window for doing that is gone. I probably won't be able to do that, but I might just do it for fun. Yeah. All right. Oh, hang on. I'm getting a text from Arlene. Oh, she just said, "Have fun. I love you." Thanks, babe. I love you. There we go. Ashton says, "Can you recreate the scene from the Batman where he's walking through the rain at the end of the car chase?" Dude, you mean with the fire in the background? Totally. Heck yeah, I did that. I mean, if that's what you're thinking, I did totally do that. That was a scene that instantly, right from the trailer, when it was in the trailer, I was like, I gotta do this. I have Instagram open. So there you go. Is this what you're thinking of? Because I did. Oh no. Hang on. So yeah, I did this photo, and here we go. Sorry about that. So right away, seeing this in the movie and the trailer, even Harleen looked over me. You should definitely. So, yeah, had to do that one for sure. Had- Hey, no chewing. Thanks for coming in, dude. Good to see you, as always. Anel says, "What Star Wars character would you really want as a figure?" Also, Woody and Buzz asking if you have any WWE figures. Sorry, I missed your question, Woody and Buzz. I don't have any WWE figures. I only bought one, and I wanted it to use for custom purposes, so I made him all torn in half and looked like a bloody guy in the blood and gore video that I did a while ago. To be honest, pretty much all the characters that I really want are figures. I am excited to see more prequel Jedi come in, like Ki-Adi Mundi. I'm pretty excited for that. I don't know. Oh, the one I want the most is that the commando Mandalorians from season 3 of Mando. Those super commandos, the white stormtrooper looking Beskar stormtrooper Mandalorians. And those are some of the coolest designs. I love that figure. So yeah, that's what I'm looking. And obviously they're gonna do it. And I want that in a hot toy too. Definitely do that. For sure. Mandalorian news. Hey, Jared, I edited your wedding photo, sent you on Instagram. Thank you, my friend. You definitely did not have to do that. I mean, we hired somebody, paid them lots of money to do that. So you definitely didn't have to do that. But thank you, my friend. And Carlos has been a member for 25 months. Holy crap, man. That's a long time. Thank you, dude. He says, thank you. I fell off taking toy photos for a little while now. I'd like everyone here to know taking care of your mental health is the number one thing. Looking forward to getting back to it. You couldn't be more wise, my friend. It's true. It's true. Especially when you're going through something where it's just really busy or stressful or something. And if you have to put it aside, because not putting aside, but just like, toy photography will always be there. If you need to put your things, other priorities first, you gotta do that. And don't worry, because the toy photography is always going to be there. And sometimes if the toy photography is making you feel stressed, you can put it aside and it'll always be there when you're ready for it. That's kind of how I was feeling in September. I had to basically almost do nothing because I had so much to do. And I feel really great to be coming back right now. This is like doing this stream. I hadn't done streams in like over a month. So yeah, I feel you, man. Totally right there. Really, really great advice. John Q. Public, love your picture. Any stop motion with toys? What about moving the camera like the Matrix does, or the Matrix movies? I have done one stop motion thing once before, and it's really hard. To be honest, I didn't quite love it. Wasn't a huge fan. It's hard. A lot of the things that I really love to do in toy photography, I can't do it in stop motion, like fireworks, for instance. Can't really do that. I mean, I'm sure I could somehow, but and moving the camera. So I think the Matrix, the way they do the Matrix stuff, they have like a million cameras and they take tons of photos and they move them around, and that's how it looks like. Or they don't move the cameras around; they just move the whatever. But unless there's something else, but that's pretty much it. John Q, thanks for being here. And hey, Letty, thanks for coming in. Good to see you as always. Literal Heart, what do you play games on the most of time? For me, it's either my PS5 or my Switch. I have a Switch and I'm a big Pokemon player, and I put a lot of time playing Pokemon. A lot of time, like multiple hundreds of hours in one specific Pokemon game, and every single game that has come out, I've played them all a lot. So I play a lot of Pokemon, and I have an Xbox. I have been playing a lot of Starfield the last couple weeks. I waited to play it till September. I'm just a big fan of Bethesda in general. Huge Fallout fan, and also love Elder Scrolls. I'm a Bethesda fan. Love Bethesda games. So I was pumped for Starfield, and I love it. It's really fun. It's really great so far. So that's where I'm at right now. So yeah. OFP Marine, hey man, thank you. Have a good dinner and have a good night. Appreciate that, my friend. Adam San Filippo, what do you think I should use for my white version of the Darth Vader for some photos? Ooh, that's a really cool figure. I don't know. Try to shoot him with some darker environments, I guess, to make him pop even more. Maybe have some cool lights in there, some red lights, definitely red lights in there, and definitely try to, I don't know, just try to get great lights and shadows with him, because he's just so harshly white that you're probably gonna have to try your best to get some good shadows in there to make him not look super white or something. I don't know. Just fool around with lights. Red light would be cool too, for sure. Definitely. Anel says, how cool would it be if an anime studio made a show about toy photography and each character was a mascot or avatar of popular toy photographers? Well, that would be cool. Unfortunately, I think there'd be a very small audience for that, because if you think about how big the toy photography community is compared to the rest of the world, it's pretty small. So I feel like not a lot of people would watch it. But for us, that'd be cool. I would obviously watch that, you know? That sounds cool. Silver Moon. Oh, what are some good video editing programs for making things like Instagram Reels or BTS videos? That's a really great question. actually. There are a ton of really great free video editing apps you can use. The three off the top of my head are, I use one called VN, just VN, and I really like it. VN, and there's CapCut. CapCut's a really popular one. And Splice is a good one, and they're so incredibly easy to use. They make it super simple. And on my PC for YouTube and stuff, I use WeVideo, which is a browser-based editing app. And I just realized I still have this picture open. But yeah, CapCut, VN, and Splice are really good. Really, really good. Controversial says, any plans on taking toy photos of the new Mega Man figures when Jada releases them? Probably not, to be honest. I've never been a Mega Man guy, even though I do think Mega Man's cool. Never really played the games or been into it, but I will if I see them in a store, because I have been looking at what Jada's been doing. It's cool. I'm definitely gonna pick it up and look at it and say that's cool, and then put it down. So that's probably it. Have you done holiday themes? Lots of toys lend to this idea. Yes, and the first, I think last December it was Sirdork holiday. The theme was, and I'll do so, like, and also it was Sirdork family, which I did for Thanksgiving. I did Sirdork candy for Halloween. So I'm gonna try and still keep it along the same theme, but not just being straight up Sirdork holiday. Like for this month for Halloween, I'm doing 13 as it's still kind of like a spooky-ish kind of thing, but it's also very wide open to something else, but also very specific at the same time. Hey Mike, love you, man. Love you too. Thanks. The next Halo game will be coming out in 6 years because Xbox is going to take a break. Oh, all right. Well, I mean, I think the one that's out now is really fun. I like Halo Infinite. I think it's cool. Any scary movies you're looking forward to seeing this month, or what is your favorite horror film? To be honest, I've never been a big horror guy growing up, but I have been slowly kind of enjoying it more and more because I get it. I get why they're cool, and I really liked the 2 recent Scream movies. I really enjoyed them a lot. They're fun, and you can't take them totally at face value, you know. And I like the fact that all these big scary movies have these huge mascot type of characters. Not all of them, but a lot of them do. You know, like the Scream guy and Jason. And I think that I just enjoy that type of thing. So I am kind of getting into that. What's I don't know what's coming out. What scary movies are coming out? I don't even know. Anything that James Wan makes, I'm in. I love James Wan. He's an incredible director. Yeah, everything he does is great. Let's see. Any inspiration from Robot Chicken? No, not really. Maybe some of the thematic things going on because they're always very funny, and I really want to make my photos fun like that. So I guess that's it. But I guess visually, not really. Not so much. I mean, it is action figures, so I guess there's definitely some of that, but other than that, no. That's about it. But I do love Robot Chicken. Who doesn't? Prices these days always make me sick. Do I want food or figures? Hey, you know what I've been doing with figures and stuff lately? Because I don't really buy a whole lot. I go for quality over quantity. Something really, really good I know is coming out. Might be a little bit more expensive. I'll pre-order that, and then I wait for it. And that's what I'm excited for. I don't spend my money so much on the smaller, like $20 or around that range figures so much anymore, because those just kind of start to pile up. I'd rather just get quality, and then if I get something more high quality, I'll find myself, and it's one that I really like, I'll find myself using that one more and shooting it more often, as opposed to just getting all these figures and not even shooting them all, just getting them for whatever reason, you know. Favorite slasher movie? I mean, it might be Scream. I do enjoy those movies, and I think Jason's cool too. But I haven't even seen all of them. I'm as a kid, if you said the word scary movie, just that alone like would make me nervous because I thought scary movies were so horrifying, and if you said anything was scary, wouldn't even come close to it because that's scary. I didn't want to deal with that, but now I think it's fun. Jared, I know you're not a Gears of War fan, but have you seen the Dom Santiago figure? I'm sorry, I don't know who that is. I think you might actually enjoy it for shots. If that's the main guy, then no, I've seen some and they look great. They definitely look great, but to be honest, I wouldn't even be able to put it together. Anthony, how's it going, dude? Thanks for coming on in. You're the man. Let's see. What's your favorite Batman movie? If you count Batman versus Superman, which I would say is more of a Batman movie than it is a Superman movie. That one. But just straight up Batman. I mean, there's some easy. I mean, I could say The Dark Knight, for sure, and that would be a great answer. But I was born in 1992. Batman Forever was my Batman movie at that time, and I love Batman Forever. So I'm gonna say Batman Forever. Say Batman Forever. McFarlane's coming out with figures of them too. Well, no, it wasn't. It was Batman and Robin. They'll get to the Batman Forever eventually. Gonna do any horror photos? I do have some more horror ideas for the season coming up. They'll be kind of funny-ish. So I have one specific one in mind that will be horror, but like silly. It'll be gruesome, but silly because of, you'll see. I mean, as long as it doesn't suck. And I don't, if I like it. Hey, Ray! Thanks for watching, or thanks for being here, dude. Favorite comics / manga. I've always been as far as comics go, I've always been a huge Mega DC guy. I love DC. And I haven't read a comic book in probably like 4 years. I'm incredibly behind. I don't even know if the word behind is the right word. I'm disconnected at this point. It's hard to keep up. But I was a really big fan of the New 52 era and the Rebirth era of DC. Superman, and of course Justice League and Green Lantern. And Jeff Johns' run on Green Lantern. Anything that Jeff Johns did with Green Lantern really is amazing. It's so good. And I do like the flex too that the famous Jim Lee follows me on Instagram. I don't know how, but anyway. And as far as manga goes, I've never really read any manga. I do love anime. And, I have a lot of real basic answers like Dragon Ball Z. I love Yu Yu Hakusho. Definitely one of my favorites. And I've been catching up on anime recently, and I'm starting to watch some of the big popular ones now. So I'm pretty deep into Demon Slayer right now, and it's freaking incredible. It's absolutely amazing. Just watched the whole part with Rengoku. Wow, like my jaw was just dropped during that. Hey, Commander! Thank you. Like the video. Thank you so much. Yeah, if you're watching and you're enjoying it, please drop a quick like. That'd be great. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And yes, Mantis models, I agree. I'm very excited to just be seeing all the Halloween photos coming up. Hey, King Boy. Oh yeah, there is a new Saw movie coming out. That's true. I have seen a lot of those. Almost all of them. So, yeah. Oh, Letty, there's not a new Friday the 13th movie coming out, right? I feel like that would be a huge deal. Hasn't been Friday the 13th movie in a while, right? I'm surprised they haven't jumped on that. Like, what's Warner Brothers? I'm pretty sure owns that, and Freddy. I don't know what they're doing. Why they haven't jumped on that? So, Brandon Sanders. Hey, Jared, long-time watcher of the channel. Thank you. That's so cool. But first time I got to catch you on a live stream. What's your thoughts on SH Figuarts Marvel figures? My fave is the Scarlet Spider, and might purchase that. Cool. I mean, SH Figuarts might be my favorite brand of figures, and I don't have a whole lot of Marvel figures in general, let alone figure arts ones. I do have the Iron Spider figure arts. He's great. Is that it? I think that might be it. I think that's it. But yeah, anything figure arts puts out is good. It's really good. So I'm full support. I'm sure the Scarlet Spider figure is great. I'm sure it's really great. Oh, Stubbs are working on a Friday the 13th movie and a TV show. Cool. It seems so odd to me because I feel like right now horror characters like that are bigger than ever. Like if you go into the store, like stores that sell pop culture things, it's anime and it's horror stuff, and that's the biggest stuff that is out there. Not Marvel and Star Wars stuff anymore. At least right now, it's anime and it's horror stuff. I feel like now would be the best time to put out Friday the 13th movie. So cool. I'm happy to hear that. I would like to see a new one. Do I watch anime dub or sub? I watch it dubbed. I mean, I obviously appreciate the original recording, but I don't speak Japanese. And not that I don't mind reading subtitles, but if I only have subtitles, like if I need to look away for whatever reason, if I'm like taking a bite out of my cheeseburger or something, and I'm not reading what's going on, I have no idea what's going on. I need to be able to hear it too. So dubbed for sure. I don't like a lot of people hate watching dubbed like movies, like porn. It's like that's great. It's fine. Definitely a dubbed person. Phoenix Gilly says I'm a diorama right now. What? How? And I'm working on the interrogation scene in Batman: The Dark Knight. That sounds great, Phoenix. Can't wait to see that. Definitely tag me in that if you post it on Instagram. I'd love to see it. Cool. Is it? Wait, this and Letty, this is not what's coming out this Friday the 13th, right? Because that's literally in a week. Chainsaw Man is definitely something that I'm very interested in. That's another one of the big ones that's hot right now. Like Chainsaw Man and Demon Slayer was one of the ones I really want because that's really big right now. And what's the one, something Kaizen? I have no idea what that is or what it's about, but I see it everywhere. So, yeah. There's a huge battle for the rights for Friday the 13th right now. It just finally got settled. Interesting. I want to look into this. This is really interesting. Cool. Well, that's probably why nobody's making movies right now, because I feel like that would be a very inexpensive gold mine, because I feel like horror is incredibly profitable. You don't need to have huge budgets on them, but they make tons of money. Toy Mirth, you said it. I'm watching this show. No desire to read it. Even though when I'm watching something in English, whatever, I still have the subtitles on, and I always read the subtitles. That's it. And Phoenix, I totally got you, man. I totally understood. Sorry, I'm just being a dweeb. Jujutsu Kaisen, that's what it is. That's what it is. Mandalorian news, you need a name for your Stormtrooper figure. Please, you guys in the chat, throw in some names for his Stormtrooper figure. I like going, I have Travis the Trooper, that's my trooper's name. So, or Pat the Patrol Trooper. So, there we go. Let's see here. Hey, Gaki's Toy Box. Will you get the upcoming Samurai Darth Vader figure for the movie realization? Oh, I love that line so much. It's such a cool and unique thing. I probably won't. I have one of the older Vader figures from the movie realization, so I probably won't get the new one, even though the new one looks great and it's got the broken helmet like in Kenobi. But yeah, it looks great. I probably won't pick it up though, because the one I have is great. I'm not super huge on the Obi-Wan one. I think it looks pretty good, but I think one of the things that makes the movie realization figures so cool is the fact that they're all helmeted, and that makes them feel like samurai characters. And if it's not that, it doesn't really feel as immersive as the other ones do. Any thoughts on the new Star Wars figures coming out? Well, there's plenty of Star Wars figures coming out. And if you're talking about those new Let's see, these ones here, the hologram ones, like this one. I think these are awesome. I think these are really cool. I've seen these. It's weird. Like, this is the most mixed reaction I've ever seen from Star Wars figures. It's usually like awesome, or it's usually like, these suck. Hasbro sucks. I hate Hasbro. It's usually that. But I'm seeing a lot of these suck, and I'm seeing a lot of these are awesome at the same time. Like, it's very mixed, which is very interesting. And I'm actually seeing this post for the first time. I'm like, oh, these are all so the Bo-Katan is Target, Axel Wolves is Amazon, Hasbro Pulse is Mando and Han Solo, and that's it. I really would like the Mando one. I think these are really cool. A lot of people say they're just lazy because they're not painted and they're just clear pieces of plastic. I mean, I would say that's a pretty valid point, that they're just clear pieces of plastic. But I think it's a creative way to make a probably inexpensive figure to produce. I think it's creative. Like, I'm totally for reprints and whatevers of figures, because one, when you bought the figure back when it first came out, not everybody else did. So the reprints and the re-releases help the people who don't have it yet, and that's a pretty big deal. A lot of people didn't get them the first time. And also at the same time, the companies need to sometimes not always put out something new. And I think sometimes repaints and stuff are kind of cool. And sometimes I like getting little variations to collect. I think that's just fun. But sometimes I get it. Sometimes it's too much, and sometimes it feels lazy. I totally agree with that sometimes. But I think these are cool. I just think these are awesome. And the fact that it comes with a light up puck is cool. I do wish the puck looked like if you think of the Phantom Menace, where Qui-Gon Jinn is holding up the little hologram puck, and he's like, I've got a J-type Nubian, whatever. That there's a very specific looking puck that I wish it was that. That would have been way cooler. Yes, you're right. Silver Moon, very limited for toy photos. To be honest, I probably would never use this at all for a toy photo, but as just a toy itself, I think this is a great toy. Like, as a kid, like, can you imagine getting this as a kid and like playing with this and pretending to be like you're in Star Wars, getting a hologram notification from a holocom from Mando? Like, that would be so cool. Like, that would be the coolest thing ever as a kid. Plus, it's also an action figure. I think it's great. And it's $35, which I honestly was expecting a little more from them, because it comes with that light up thing. So yeah, I think they're cool. Hey, Ben, how you doing? He's got the Ahsoka figure. Nice. That's awesome. That's awesome to hear. You're the man, Ben. Thanks for being here. All right, Mike. My favorite food. Favorite food is burgers. I love me a good burger. That's usually what I get when I go out. Burger Fi is my favorite place to get burgers. Love Five Guys too, but I cook burgers at home all of that. That's what I had for dinner last night and the night before. Like, I made bacon cheeseburgers with jalapenos. Yeah, it was good. But I'm out of propane on my grill right now, so I've been cooking them on my stove. I need to get a new propane tank. I'm looking forward to the Omega Rangers multi-pack. I want those so bad. Cool, yeah. I have seen them. They look really good. And I'm still a little disappointed with the Power Rangers line. They've I don't know. And I guess I kind of get it with Lightning Collection. I feel like they're really only trying to capitalize on nostalgia. And the currently airing Power Rangers, So it's one or the other. There's none of the in-between stuff, and a lot of the in-between Power Ranger stuff I really loved. Like, I really loved Power Rangers Samurai and Megaforce and Super Megaforce in that era. I really liked those. Like, I watched them a lot, or I watched the whole thing, whatever. And they haven't done anything like that yet. They just keep doing stuff from the 90s, and so it's just like I'm good on that. And some of the ones afterwards. Give me some of the newer-ish ones, you know? Give me some samurai. So, but that's completely subjective on my end. That's just what I like. And definitely, hang on, let me... What's going on with my camera right now? It's staying on, so that's good. But yeah, there has been some really good stuff, for sure. Hey, Steak! Thanks for coming in. Whoa, Mike, did you say ew to a cheeseburger? Who are you? Get out of here! Just kidding. No, get out of here. If you don't like cheeseburgers, that's fine. To be honest, I wish I didn't like cheeseburgers because they are very not good healthy-wise. You know what? Anel, this is a great question. And this is a question I get often. And whenever I answer it, I'm like, why are you asking me this? And what Star Wars figure would you recommend? And I would just say, whatever figure you want, man. Whatever character you like the most. Don't worry about what I think is the best. Whatever you think is cool. Who's your favorite character? You know, just get that. I mean, I would love to recommend a brand, I guess. I mean, Black Series or something. But yeah, whatever figure you think's the coolest. Who's your favorite character? Is your favorite character the Mandalorian? Well, then you're good. You got plenty of options. But yeah, whatever. Who's your favorite character? Do that. That's what I would say. That's a question to ask yourself, not to ask me. Who cares about what I go figure? I think, you know. All right. Litter Heart says, what company do you think can make good articulated Sonic figures? You know who needs to answer this is Steakosaurus, who's in the live chat. He does a lot of awesome Sonic photos. And to be honest, I know there's a lot of Sonic stuff out right now. There could be some good ones. There is a Nendoroid Sonic that looks really good. There's a Nendoroid from Good Smile. But right now I think it's Jax Pacific that's making Sonic toys. And they're cool, but you know, they're figures you can buy for like $7, so they're pretty cheap. You know, they're made to be cheap. They're not made to be awesome, you know. So I don't know. I'm actually kind of surprised that, excuse me, somebody like, I don't know, Figuarts, because they made Pac-Man. I'm sure it'd be a really cool, probably great thing for them to do a Sonic figure. You know, like a good articulated one. I bet you people would buy that. Here you go. Steak says, I actually like Jax when people complain, but for a good reason. They're fragile. Yeah. Yeah, Jax they make toys for, well, I don't want to say for kids, but they make toys aiming for parents to buy for cheap prices for their kids. You know, that's probably their main goal when they make their figures. So, yeah, they're not made to be super good, but you're paying not a lot for them. So you could buy 3 of the same Sonic figures for the price of one Black Series. And then if one of them breaks, you got 2 more just in case. So I guess there's that. You get quantity over quality. Good day, Michael. From Australia. Good day. From Australia. Wanna be like Mike here. Do you ever superimpose backgrounds in your shots? I never do. I prefer Sirdork action style pyro, although fireworks are not available in Australia. I know that's a pain. Well, first of all, and I've never been to Australia, but I know a few Aussies that use sparklers and like Aussie action figs. You know that guy Bruce? He's the man. Talk to him because he's got great ideas on how to use sparklers for the best possible. And if you look at his work, he's got big explosions and stuff, you know. But so as far as superimposing backgrounds, like I won't do that as much just because I enjoy the process of setting up a toy in the environment and taking a picture of it, because then that way I think it feels and looks still more like a toy. If I'm taking away the fact that this is a toy in my photo, I don't really like that. I think the toy photo itself becomes more fun and enjoyable to look at when you look at it and you're still aware that it's a toy. You know, I feel like that's the whole the best part about it. So I don't really do that. I have done it before, for like some jobs types of things like that I've had to do where the client wanted a certain thing, and so I did that. It's very hard, but it's actually not as bad as you would think, as long as you have the right background and you try to match the lighting to match the background, So yeah, thanks, Michael. Appreciate it. So back to Sonic. This is I'm digging the Sonic talk. Sonic series is just hard designed to make good sturdy figures at that scale. Right, very top heavy. Right, such big heads. Like I feel like you'd have to make them thin and hollow. Okay, who I'm thinking would make great Sonic figures is a Super 7 with their Ultimate line that they're doing. I could totally see them making a Sonic figure because they've been doing a lot of big cartoon characters that are very just big in general and probably pretty top heavy, like the SpongeBob that I did a video on. Obviously very top heavy, very skinny legs, but he's hollow, so it works better. I feel like they could do a really good Sonic, and they've been doing all types of crazy IPs that are just all over the place. So I could see them doing Sonic, and to be honest, I'm feeling like we're gonna be seeing that sometime for sure. So, ooh, Reginald says, how do you get lightning? There's a lot of different ways to do that, and to be honest, I don't do that a whole lot because, in my opinion, there isn't a great practical way for me to do that, and I like doing it practical, not because I think it's better than doing it digitally, just because I think that's more fun. The more tangible it is, I think the more fun it is. But actually, I do have a video on how to create lightning effects, and it's with light painting. So that was one of my least viewed videos, which is understandable. It's a very specific type of thing. Lightning, how to do lightning effects. So it's in there if you want to check it out. Yes, Ben McFarlane. I'm a big fan of McFarlane. It's amazing to see how much their stuff has improved since they started doing the DC stuff. Yeah, they've come a long way. Come a very long way. Actually, what I've been wanting to do in a live stream that I've been thinking about today and yesterday. Didn't want to do it today because I wasn't sure if it would last a whole stream. But so in Photoshop, in Photoshop in beta, they're having their new generative fill options, which is with AI in Photoshop, and now it's officially in Photoshop, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, and I have used it a little bit, and I'm only in little small amounts because I'm not trying to create an entire AI image, but it's very handy with some things. And I thought it would be really cool and fun to live stream and just see all the ridiculous things that it can do. But I think that would be cool, and then just kind of take, because basically you can draw a little circle and it'll say, what do you want to put here? And you just type it in and they'll put something in there. And I wanted to just take ideas from the live chat and see what I should put in there. And I think that would be pretty fun. And I think I might just do a video on it in general, just to see how it can be useful if you use it in the right amounts. Because if you end up using it too much, you're totally gonna just be it's not gonna be much of a toy photo anymore. It's just gonna be an AI thing. So it's really, it's so far the what it's the most useful for, in my opinion, is when you're trying to, so in a previous video I made top 5 Photoshop tips, and one of them was how to expand the image and make it bigger to fit for Instagram, make it wider. So you can do that same thing but using the generative fill instead of the content aware fill, and it just expands your canvas, makes it bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's incredible. And so I've been using that now instead of the content aware fill, and wow, it really is incredible. Yeah, you've been using it a lot, Carlos. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Hey, cool, Ashton, I'm glad to hear that. So yeah, it's cool, Silver Moon. So yeah, maybe I'll do a stream about it and just kind of maybe I'll do the video first and then a stream afterwards so I can talk about the video. I think it would be cool to just take ideas from you guys, because you can really just put anything in anywhere. So this photo that I did here recently, this photo, I was just kind of messing around with the AI filters in general, and I just started widening the photo and like opening up more and wide, and it eventually became, a very wide, I don't know, IMAX level wide image, and it kept making the photo bigger and wider and like adding stuff, and I typed in like broken buildings, and it was so cool. And then I accidentally closed it and then I lost it, and I tried to do it again and replicate it, but I couldn't replicate it again because every time I generated something with the AI, it was different every time. So I lost, and I can't ever get it back again, which is also kind of interesting to think about. Yes, it's definitely, of course, it's not perfect. And honestly, I'm glad it's not. I don't want it to be any more perfect than it is, because I really don't want to find myself relying on it, because it's going to be very easy to fall into that, because um it's just so easy to do. It's literally effortless to do, and I don't want to fall into doing that. I don't. um Says, what are your thoughts on AI, mainly for diorama backgrounds? Oh, I think AI is as long as you're I don't want to say you're using it correctly, but as long as I think you're using it as a complementary tool, as far as creatively. If you're using AI as like a complementary tool for what you're already trying to create, like with toy photography, I think it's awesome and it's really cool, and I think everybody should use it, because it isn't a whole lot different than some of the stuff that's been in Photoshop for a long time, like um, the content aware fill, or the filters that change the face on a figure or whatever. That's all done with, and so this is kind of like a step further than that. So yeah, like for a diorama background, I think that's perfect. Stubbs, you're using that as a tool to create art. As long as you're not just letting the AI create the art for you. I think that's cool. Commander, have a good night, dude. Have a good night. Anthony says, how do you set up a shot when two figures are different sizes, but you want them to be the same size? You know what, Anthony? I had a very specific instance where I did that, and this one. So this photo here, I really wanted to have these two fighting because of what happened when this movie came out, which didn't go anywhere. But anyway, that's another story, another conversation for another time. So this is the McFarlane Black Adam, and then that's a Mafex Superman. So the McFarlane one's a good 7 inches, and Superman is a good I don't know, it's not even 6 inches, it's probably just under 6. So The Rock is a lot bigger than Henry in this. So I kind of placed them in the photo to make it look like they're still the same size. I didn't use any forced perspective because they're still equally as close to the camera to each other. But I had one of them jumping, one of them's on the ground, and there's other things happening in the photo that distract you from how much bigger one is from the other. So if I were to put these guys right next to each other, standing there, it would look weird and it wouldn't really work. But you got to try to creatively place them and have other things happening too that isn't going to make you instantly notice that one's bigger than the other. Like if you were to look at this for a while, you'd notice, okay, The Rock's definitely way bigger. Like look at how big his head is compared to Henry's head, So just try to be creative with placing them in a way that isn't super noticeable right off the bat. Ben's a member for 12 months. Ben, you are awesome. And also, for my YouTube members, I think about you guys all the time, and during the month of September, I was, totally, and even before then, building up to the wedding and stuff, I was so distant, and I feel horrible and you guys probably don't even care. No, that's not true. But I felt horrible at not being able to do any streams or really contribute to the membership. So, what I'm going to do from now on, in the beginning of every month, I'm going to schedule all of my streams for the month so they're there, and I'm going to put them all out there, So every week, boom, 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 member stream, normal stream, member stream, normal stream, reaction stream. So yes, I think about that all the time. Oh, Mandalorian News has a 13 challenge shot. Awesome. Heck yeah. Thank you, Ray. You guys are amazing. Ooh, Letty, have a fantastic night. Thank you too. Thank you. Yes, I know, right? Mandalorian News says, what do you rather, a 6-inch figure or 12-inch figure? Definitely the 6-inch scale. And that's not because, sorry. It's so confusing when you say, for the longest time, it messed me up because 6-inch figures are 12 scale, but 1/6 figures are 12-inch, So, yeah, definitely I love the 6-inch scale of stuff. That's just what I always feel the most comfortable with. But shooting 12-inch stuff is great. I've got a bunch of 1/6 scale stuff, and I've got a few on pre-order. Oh man, I have a Doom, the big 1/6 Doom figure on pre-order. Man, I'm excited for that. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but man, it looks good. It basically looks like a giant version of the Figma one, and I'm definitely pumped for that. Definitely pumped for that. So yeah, when I have figures that are 2 figures that are different sizes, I just edit them to be the same size. That's a good idea too. You could always just you could cheat a little bit and edit them and make them one smaller or one bigger. You could totally do that. I've done a little bit of cheating like that with stuff like the one with the duck that I did. If you remember the duck photo, I totally cheated on this photo a little bit. I made the duck way bigger than it actually was. I basically made the background that sky wasn't there. I did a little cheating. But yeah, you could totally just make one thing bigger or smaller. Anthony Stark. I talked about this earlier. My favorite photo I've ever taken was with the first photo that I really loved with my favorite trooper guy, this guy. And it's actually this photo right here. And if you go on my website on Sirdork.com, that photo is everywhere. It's all over like my business cards, stuff like that. Do I have them right here? Yeah. This photo. I can't really see it. Ashton says you're right. The crumpled up leaves turned out great in the photo. Oh, you're doing that now? Wow, that's awesome. So you took a crunchy leaf and you crunched it up and you dropped it around to make it look like falling leaves? That's really cool. Ashton, I'm actually really excited to see that. Please, if you ever post it, tag me and I'd love to see it. That's really cool and exciting. Maybe I'll do something like that this year. I'll do something like that. And I'll tag Ashton and be like, totally stealing Ashton's idea that he got from me. Litra Heart. I want to do more photography, but I don't go out much. And there aren't any good settings around my house. Oh, text green game over. I know that says green over, game over, but that's just StreamYard not being able to do emojis. You know what? Litra Heart. You can make some really fun photos with nothing. Some of my favorite photos are just when I take a figure and I have a mess around with stuff on my counter. Like, so here's a great example of you don't need stuff to make a really fun toy photo. Like this one right here. With this picture, all it is just, there's nothing but one figure in this photo in my hand. I mean, I did use some lights, but I'm talking about what's in the photo as far as environmentally things. It's just on my counter, and it's a fun photo because of what's happening in it. You look at it, and your mind, and maybe this is just my mind, but my goal is like your mind just goes to what's happening, and oh, that's funny, like what's happening, not about what is in the environment, because you're kind of distracted of what the funny thing that's happening. And you got good lighting and posing, which of course will be important too, but you don't need stuff. You know, you could just do something fun with nothing, and like, not that there's anything obviously wrong with having grandiose, awesome environments, but if you want to do something fun, you don't need this stuff. And look, there's Silver Moon right there in the first comment. But yeah, you don't need it. You can just do fun stuff with nothing. You know, so. But I mean, there's always, you know, like, oh, well, I don't really like that kind of style, which is fine. You know, that's totally understandable. Anel, who's your favorite DC character? It's Superman. He's my favorite character ever. I don't actually have anything Superman related to show. It's only pretty much Star Wars stuff in here. Yes, Superman. Always. You know, and I think it's good for everybody. Surround yourself surround yourself with characters or even real people that have qualities that you want to be like. So then you can kind of use them as like a good example for the person you want to be. Like, Superman's the best guy, you know? Whenever I'm struggling with something or I'm about to do something, I think to myself, Superman wouldn't do that. Like, if I'm driving and I'm getting pissed off, I'm getting angry at somebody who's driving, Superman wouldn't sit in his car and yell at somebody. He's a good dude. He wouldn't do that. He would do the right thing. So that's what I always try to surround yourself with characters and people that have characteristics and qualities that you want in your own character. You know. Oh, Anthony, what's been the most challenging photo you've ever taken? I don't know. Challenging. That's a really fun question. The first thing that comes to mind, and unfortunately, I don't think I have it on this Instagram, on the old Instagram, there's a picture of Aquaman riding a shark that I did. Yeah, I don't have it. Riding a shark. It was the most challenging setup. I had to set it up with over a waterfall and all this crazy stuff. He was suspended surfing on a shark with wires, and it fell down. I actually ended up breaking my camera that day, and I don't have it on Insta, unfortunately, anymore because of the old account. But if anyone remembers, it's on YouTube and stuff somewhere. But yeah, that was probably the most challenging that I can think of, for sure. Ooh, all I have is cacti in my backyard. I don't know what to do with that. Hey, don't worry about the stuff in the backgrounds and the environment. Just think about the fun things happening in the photo. In my opinion, that's the most important thing. Whatever, if something funny and the interactions between the characters is happening or interesting, that's what I think matters more than the environment. You know, so yeah, just try to do fun interactions between characters or something funny. Fred, how's it going, dude? I loved your shot today with little baby Groot. Personally, I'm a Batman guy. I love Batman too. He's definitely up there. What should I do if I live in a suburban area with not a lot of cool terrain? It's the same answer. You know, you as long as fun things are happening, you don't need all the fun terrain. Or think about characters that do well in urban or suburban stuff. Like, and I feel so, what's the word? I don't know. I feel self-centered when I keep using my own work as examples. Like, you should do this because I did this. I hate doing that. I'm just using these examples because this is what I know the best. But here's an example of something really fun for a toy photo in a suburban or urban area. This is just in a parking lot near me, because I thought it'd be cool. Because playing Pokemon Go in my town, you know, and I think, and you know, I made this out of cardboard, which was pretty easy, to be honest. And yeah, that's it. You just gotta have some fun happening. Just think of the ideas and what's happening in the photo between the characters. I think that's the most important thing, you know? Yeah. Stubbs, you're the man. Stubbs remembers everything. You're just like, I don't know. Stubbs is the best. Can't ask for anybody better than Stubbs. You know? 88 Figs, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. You are awesome. You are really awesome. Let's see here. Spider-Man guy. I mean, I did look up actually recently, like what's the most popular superhero in America, and just by statistics and stuff. And I think in 2021, Spider-Man was the most popular superhero, and Batman was up there. Superman was like pretty low on the list relative to, Spider-Man was number one. Batman, Iron Man, Captain America was up there. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. But at the same time, I wasn't very surprised. I was like, yeah, duh, makes sense. Like, everybody knows Spider-Man. Everybody knows. Like, you could hold up a picture of Spider-Man, Batman to any person like in the world. Like, oh yeah, yeah. That's I know exactly who that is. All right. Well, you guys, it has been a solid hour and a half. And I'm so incredibly grateful for you guys being here just to talk with me. And that's it. Thank you so much. I do have a video coming out this weekend at on Sunday. It's actually a tripod video. It's about toy photography tripods. So yeah, hey, Toy Box Nostalgia. Thanks, dude. So yeah, thank you guys so much. This is I thoroughly enjoy doing this, and I have already discussed with my new wife that I really want to make sure I do live streams more often, and I really want to make sure that happens. And she was like, "You do it, and do it at whatever time you want." I was like, "Yeah, thanks, babe." So, yeah, live streams are going to be happening more often for sure, and so. The next live stream will be, I'm going to do it next week with as a member live stream. And if you're ever interested in becoming a member on the YouTube channel, it's always right here underneath the video, or just go to the membership tab on the channel. And then the next normal live stream will be at the end of the month, I think. Because, oh no, there'll be one on the 20th too. And actually, next week I'm going to be on, I think, somebody's live stream. So, yeah, cool, all good stuff. So, thank you. Actually, my lovely wife is not home right now. She'll usually go out and do something while I'm home doing something. So, I have to finish editing the video for this weekend. So, have a great night and have a great weekend. Thank you so much, everyone, for everything. And yeah, have a great weekend. And I hope you have a great long weekend if you have Columbus Day off. So, yeah. See you later. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, is anybody still here? Is anybody still here for the post-credit scene? Oh, excuse me. I want to use you guys as kind of guinea pigs. I want to test something. If anyone is still here, by the way. Apparently 11 people are, which is actually so surprising. So I really want to test out. Yes, Stubbs, the post-credit never fails. I really want to test out how this how this will go as like having fun with this AI feature on Photoshop and a live stream. Blockbuster guys still here. I really want to see what that's how that will how that'll go. So here we go. I've got Photoshop open right now, and I'm just really curious to see if how my computer will run. Last time I tried, no, I've done editing streams on this computer, but running a live stream and Photoshop at the same time is a lot for a computer to handle. So I'm just gonna mess around with this and see. I don't know. It's a test subject. So what I'm gonna watch. So watch this. I'm cropping the photo, but moving it out here, like this. And so if I want to make this scene bigger, this is what I'm going to double click. It's generating. This also takes a little bit of power to do this. And so let's see if it will make my scene bigger. Mike is still here. Yeah, just use outside spot where you live, man. Oh. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. How ridiculous. It almost looks like they're fighting in like a desert kind of area with like these like plateau kinds of stuff in the background. How freaking crazy is that? And it looks good, doesn't it? It looks good. I mean, it feels kind of empty out here. So, right? It's incredible. So, what I was doing with this before, because I was messing with this photo, if I wanted to do this, so I can highlight that, and over here in the generative, or over here, I guess, whatever, I could just type in destroyed buildings. Let's see what it does. It'll give options. Phoenix, this is not a reaction stream. If you I do have one coming up at the end of the month, though. Go to Instagram and look at the top pinned photo. There you go. And there's a broken building. That looks kind of good. So if I scroll down over here, I'll get some other options. Get that one. That's kind of cool. It's more in the foreground. That one's not so good. But if I don't really like that, just try again. I'll just generate, see what else comes up. Steph says I might have to kick GIMP to the curb. Honestly, it's pretty crazy what you can do. And the fact that it's so easy right in Photoshop like this, it's crazy. Destroyed buildings. Background. Let's see if, because I'd rather have something further back, you know. Let's see if it does anything like that. It's so fun. And see, something like this with this much generated, I don't think that I would. Okay, I like that. I like that a little bit more. I don't know what's up with this weird big bokeh right here. All right, let's add some destroyed buildings over here. Say let's type in broken buildings. See if that'll make anything different. Broken buildings. Can you move what's put in? Oh, like take it and move it around? I don't think you can, but it doesn't really work well. It doesn't really work. And like one thing I would really love to do is kind of edit. That looks cool. I actually like that a lot. I think that's really cool. Hey! Phase 2 action review? So let's say I'm gonna try and add something in over Doomsday's farm, and it'll like keep that. And so let's try to add broken buildings. So let's see if it'll keep his arm. It probably will make a new arm that looks different. Start doing 25. Oh, phase 2. Thank you so much. I'm so glad. Thank you for checking it out. That's amazing. Thank you. Okay, so it did not keep his arm. I don't know what the heck it did to that. Don't really like that too much. Yeah, it totally just deleted his arm. Ah! So let's not keep that. So let's see if I added like another building over here, like this. See what happens there. Broken building. Let's see. I've noticed at Walmart they're bringing out Donkey and Diddy Kong. Really? All right, I gotta check that out. Yeah, I'd probably have to trace around his arm. That's true, but that actually kind of looks good like that. There's a little bit more depth. Maybe I can add, if I go just like this, add like one broken building in the background here, like that, so it looks a little bit more full. Broken building. This is insane, right? Like, and the fact that this is this easy. Whew. I'm so happy to have found your channel again, dude. I've been searching for a while. I've actually been taking some great photos with my phone. That's amazing. Hey, I'd love to see them, dude. If you tag me in them when you post them on Instagram or wherever you post them, I'd love to see them. And thank you so much for watching. That's so cool that you're, that they're helpful, man. Thank you so much. So what happened? We didn't. Oh, is it still loading here? Oh wow, that's weird. Why did that? It didn't generate anything. Just generated like different versions of the sky. Let's try it again. It's so interesting what we can do with this. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know what. Let's see if we just type in debris to fill up that. Let's see. This is honestly so much fun. My Instagram is the same as YouTube, but I'll sure tag. Yeah, definitely tag me. Would love to. And anytime you tag me in something, I get a DM about it. And so I can't miss it. Thanks. This is actually, it's a photo that I already finished, and I posted it a little bit ago, but I'm just kind of messing around with the AI on Photoshop right now, just adding to it to see what I can do. Circle around the eyes of Superman and make laser beams. Yeah, okay, maybe that'll work. Let's try that. Let's see if that does anything. Oh, Phoenix. Yeah, that's a cool idea. Dynamic. Make sure you send me a message, dude. I don't know. It's not really working too great for this. So, let's just skip that, I guess. I really want to see if I can get like a torn American flag over here, just like in the distance or something. I don't know. Let's just do that. I don't know what I'm doing there. Torn American flag. Let's see if that'll maybe be. I'd like it to be like in the distance or something. Please review your prompt. Made our guidelines. Yeah, they do have very specific guidelines with this, which is good. Maybe they don't want a torn American flag. Let's just type in American flag then. American flag. Yeah, I'll just see. Oh yeah, you're totally right, Stubbs. Yeah, and if I tried to make this exact photo again, I wouldn't be able to. It would not. Oh, that's cool. It's kind of flowing in the wind there. It's kind of cool. I would like it to be on a pole though, flag pole. There you go, flag on pole. Yay! Hey, go figure, go. Ooh, okay, Dragon Ball SH Figuarts. Heck yeah, yes, definitely got a bunch of them. A lot of older ones though. I don't know. These aren't exactly looking how I was hoping to do it. I'm not gonna go any further with that. I really like the one idea. Who was it? Who had that? The laser beams. Phoenix laser beams. Oh yeah, battle damaged flag. Okay, let me try that. Battle damaged flag. Doesn't have to be an American flag. Just any flag. I don't think I will, but I will if I decide to. I guess they didn't think that was good. They didn't allow that. Our broken flag. All right, I give up on the whole flag thing. Let's try the laser beams. So if I do something from here to there. So let's see. So I type in laser vision. All right, let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Yeah, I mean, well, I did put American flag in to get that flag before, but when I typed in normal flag, it didn't. It didn't work. All right, well, we got something. All right, here we go. We got it, folks. All right, so that is not what we wanted. So let's try. Oh no. Let's just try laser beam. Yeah, it looked like we are at. This is why it's so funny. It's so funny. All right, let's see. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get what we want here. They're not gonna, like, I feel like if you're gonna use this AI thing, I think you're not gonna be able to use a whole lot of like interactive things between your subjects. I feel like it'll be more like complementary stuff happening. Well, we got something. I don't know what, but we got something here. It's going right into Doomsday's mouth. Ooh, that's just kind of unsettling looking. What else did we get? This one kind of looks like the Eradicator. Look at his nose on this one. Alright, what if we just type in laser. Laser. So there's no... We didn't put anything about... Oh, well, we did with... Yeah, I tried laser beam, and that didn't exactly do what we wanted. I'm just going to try laser, see what happens. Why are you not zooming out like I want you to? All right. Hey, well, there's a laser that actually looks more like a laser. And it's, man, why does he keep giving him sunglasses? Broken bronze earth spear. Oh. Yeah. Have like a daily planet in the background. Earth sphere. Yeah, let's try that. I'm curious. I'm really curious about that, Miguel. If we can, like a broken. So maybe right here. Broken bronze planet. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's the thing that AI struggles with the most is faces, for sure. Whoa! That looked great! Wow, that looked really good. All right, planet with ring. Whoa, that looks really good. Miguel, great idea. I was not expecting that to look like that. Okay, I'm so much more inspired now. It's got something. What about broken bronze? Let's say Saturn planet, because Saturn's got the ring around it. Well, the Daily Planet doesn't have a. Wait, am I imagining that? No. Man, that is cool. What a cool thing. That looked really great. Phoenix, I don't think kryptonite would work because kryptonite is a, you know, it's a made up kind of, it's a fictional thing. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that would work. It does have a ring around it, but yeah, it's just the banner that says Daily Planet. That is so cool. So let's say, let's put in like, I got an idea. I got a cool idea. Shoot. Here we go. Let's go over here and do crashed airplane. How cool is that? Like a big airplane crash there. Yeah, I started doing a post-credit scene, and I've just been taking it too far. Because I really wanted to test out this whole AI thing. All right, let's see what crashed airplane gets us. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wow. Okay, so let's go over here and type in, because this is all kind of, let's just do crashed airplane wing. Crashed airplane wing. So it's just the wing over here. Add some movie posters and graffiti to the walls. Yeah, yeah, you could start getting into little details. Crazy. Oh, look at that. Wow, this really looks like it's like filling up. It's incredible. All right. I got to stop here. All right, let's do one more thing. The circle Superman. We're gonna ruin this. And let's just type in Superman. Let's see what happens. We're gonna totally transform this. Hi, Shiloh. Thanks for being here. This is like the post-credit scene. Oh, it didn't. Okay, so what if I just say Superman? A Superman, not Superman. Or maybe we'll type in superhero. Maybe that will work. Oh, well, all right. Okay, so now Superman. Look at those heels he's got on. And so now let's do. Yeah, we're ruining what was once cool photo, and I'm not going to save this either. It is going to only be immortalized in this live stream saved on YouTube. So let's do Doomsday. Let's just see what happens. Okay, didn't like that. Super villain. And so these, how do you spell villain? Is it I-A-N? Yeah. And this whole thing where it says check our guidelines. What? Let's just do monster. This is all a Photoshop guideline. It's not just AI in general. It's just the Photoshop's guidelines that it has that it won't allow certain stuff, which is good. I'm glad. Because Photoshop still wants it to... still wants to have some type of integrity. That looks like where the wild things are, doesn't it? So crazy. All right, well... Oh, I didn't even notice these ones. So cool. All right, I'm going to officially end this now. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. That was the longest post-credit scene ever. Have a great night. Thank you for everything. Have a great weekend and hopefully a great long weekend. See ya.